Hey, hello, my friends. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in and actually watching this video. You could have been doing anything else, but you took time out your schedule, and I really appreciate that. For some of you who haven't had the opportunity to watch the video, you could be listening to it on audio with your Bluetooth. That's fine too. But at some point, you're gonna want to come back. Take the 15 minutes out of your life and watch this video. Now, this is all about financial freedom, 2015. My name is Carl. I'm excited about it. I believe that this year it will be like none other. And everybody that's been asking or been saying, listen, I got to change my life financially. I got to do better. I want to put myself in a better position or situation. This is the time to do it. There's no better time than now to do that, right? So here's the great news. I'm excited because financial freedom means a lot to me, and I'll tell you what it means to me in a minute. But that's not the issue. The issue or the question would be, what does financial freedom mean to you? It ain't about what it means to me. It's about what it means to you. We might have different understanding. We might have a different meaning of what financial freedom means. Now, I don't know about you, but I truly believe in financial freedom. I believe that anybody that's alive and breathing should want to aspire to be financially free. But again, that's my opinion. Okay, so I just want us to just pretty much get an understanding of what the financial freedom 2015 is all about, what the group that we have on Facebook, what it's about, the people that's involved in it, what it's about. And I just want to share with you a vision that I have that I know will bless you if you believe it and you receive it and you take action with it. So let's look at what financial freedom means. To me, to others. Okay. Now, first of all, financial freedom to me, it means to be debt free. Have to have debt freedom, to not have any student loans, have them all paid off. Some of us got student loans, and if you pay what they ask you to pay, it's going to be years, decades before you pay it off. And then with the interest, you about paying double. Same thing with credit cards. If we got credit cards and we paying minimum payment every single month, well, just imagine. Actually, the credit card statement shows you, if you were to pay this minimum payment consistently until this balance paid, it's years. And then they show you how much money you actually spending, which was more than you borrowed when you used it. And it tells you, if you just make a little extra, you pay a couple $100, a couple, dollars more a month, you can save this much money. We don't even look at the statement that way. Okay, and in a car note, one of the worst decisions that we can make in life, and I'm just being real when it comes to finances and building wealth, is a brand new car. Okay, brand new cars is great. You got money, you can do it. You paying cash, that's one thing. But when you financing it, you paying a lot for a vehicle. You just are, because the vehicle depreciates. There's no value in that car you just bought. Once you drive off the lot, it just depreciated. And then as you wear and tear on it and put them miles, and you driving, and you getting dents and all that stuff depreciates. So that's not a good investment. It gets us to work to where we got to go, but financially, it's not the greatest decision. So, financial freedom is having no student loans, no credit card debt, no car payment, no installment loans, and at some point we don't want to have a mortgage payment. And somebody might be like, well, I don't want to. If I ever had that money, I ain't paying my mortgage off. Let me say something to you. That's fine too. If you got the money to pay the mortgage off and your bank account and your savings, that's great. But at some point, you want to get to where you have the ability to pay a mortgage off. Because that's the biggest payment any of us will ever have. And some people rent and been renting all their life and ain't even thinking about no house. So again, it goes back to our mentality, what you think financial freedom is. It's also savings, building up an emergency fund. Do we have that in place? Do we have a vacation fund in place? Do we have a college fund in place for our kids? Okay, or do we just have plain old fun? My whole point of it is, we got to start being proactive. Financial freedom is putting yourself in a position where you can do what you want, when you want, how you want. What about investings? Are we investing in the stock market? Do we have annuities? Do we have money market accounts? Do we have CDs? Do we have anything where our money is actually making money for us? Okay, and then what about giving? Are we able to give like we want to our church, to our family, to our friends, to our community? And what about travel? When the last time we took a vacation? When the last time we've been out of that zip code, going to Hawaii, going to Africa, Brazil, I mean, Europe, Mexico, Hollywood, California, Martha's Vineyard, and more places. Okay. And the other part to this about life, it's about us giving. If we can get to a place where we become financially sound, free, and stable, we can help other people do the same thing. But if we not there, we can't help nobody else get to somewhere we not already at, right? So, and the other thing is being your own boss. And that's getting up when you want, doing what you want, how you want to do it. And see, everybody don't have that desire. People don't mind getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, going to a job, working hard, for somebody else to be wealthy. Now, that's listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking a job at all, but at some point, if God give you the ability, the knowledge, and the strength to learn how to work for somebody else, don't you think he would give you that same ability to work for yourself? It's not saying I'm dropping all I'm doing and stop my job, but while you investing time into your job, start investing some time into your own personal fortune, into you. Okay. The other part is multiple streams of income. Now, let me just ask you this question. If you were to get sick, is your job going to pay your bills? If you were to get injured in an accident or something happened to you, is your job going to pay those bills for you? No, because that's one stream of income. It's important to develop multiple streams of income because anything can happen to us at one time. And if we got one source and that one source is taken from us, then we don't have no way to live or to take care of our family. And that's a bad situation. Think about people that lost their job for some reason. They did a cutback or whatever. Well, that job left, they ain't got no other income coming in. How they supposed to take care of their family? They not going to be able to do that. The other thing I want us to think about is generational wealth. What we do today affects our kids, and we sometimes we don't think about that. We don't think like, if I can set my child up now, when he get 18 or when she get 18 or when they get this age, they won't have to suffer like I suffer. But are we thinking like that? Are we really considering our kids? Do I Sometimes parents want their kids to go. Now that's a sad shame if you a parent and you want your kid to suffer like you suffer. I don't want my kid. What I've learned, the things I've been through, I want my child to do better. I want my child to be in a position where they straight. I'm not trying to set my kid up to go through the stuff I went through. I'm not gonna do no, I'm not gonna do nothing like that. All right. And the other thing is having good credit. If you got good credit, you can be able to expand out and do things. Okay. Now we got four major categories that we gonna deal with within the financial freedom of 2015. Number one is gonna be finance. I think that's huge and that's important. Number two is gonna be travel. I believe if you work hard, you ought to play hard. God didn't make this great planet for us to sit in that same zip code. He made it so that we can go see all the great things and mighty things he's done and made. The third category is health and wellness. I truly believe that what good is you making money and you sick and you can't enjoy the money you make. So it's important for us to take care of our bodies to live better. And I think health and wellness is very important to every last one of us because I want to live life and I want to live it where I can enjoy it. I don't want to be stuck in no wheelchair, stuck in no house, at 40 or 50 years old or just got major health issues because I'm not doing good by my body. And what good is having money and you can't enjoy it? And then the other part is building your business, actually being able to build something, and make something growing so that you can pass it down to generation to generations. Now, we got 7 phases. Some of you have already seen my video where we talk about phase one, but I have 7 phases for a reason. 7 phases are there so that we can actually tap into money that we're already spending. Okay, or tap into money that's there for us to grow and for us to earn and to make even more. Okay, on top of the income we already earning. So phase one is pretty simple. Phase one is free. It don't cost you no money to participate in phase one. If you go to our Facebook group, you see people there getting paid in phase one. It ain't cost them no money to get paid. So my endeavor is to have you to build your network without having to come out your pocket to do it. So I made this simple for you to understand, for you to take it. But the whole point of it, phase one, is free. It's not going to cost you no money. Okay, you're going to build capital during this process and you're going to build your network. I believe your network can become your net worth. It's important. Okay, but you gotta have faith. If you don't believe, like some people listening and watching this, and they like, man, this guy, let me tell you something. Whether you believe this or not, it's going to happen with or without you. I just put this in place to help the average person to start changing, transforming, shifting things in their life that they not happy with. Now you can start making that change. Okay. Phase two, again, is to help you build capital and to help you build your network. Phase three, we're going to tap into the largest transfer of wealth in history. Some of us missed out on it. We missed out on the airline industry. We missed out on the telecommunications industry. We missed out on the .com industry. We missed out on a lot of things. Well, now we can actually tap into the greatest transfer of wealth ever. Okay, so nobody can say I never had an opportunity. Phase four, we're going to get paid to get out of debt. Now, it's one thing to get out of debt. How would you like to get paid to do it? Then by phase five, we're going to learn how to get paid to travel. So not only are we going to see the world, but we're going to get paid. Now that's even better when you can actually go see the world and get paid while you do it. And then we're going to get paid to be healthy. So we want to eat right. We want to do right by our bodies. We want to be healthy, feel good, feel better, do better. But we're going to get paid for that. And then we're going to get paid to expand our network and grow our business. This is all the part of having a strategy and planning, development, a planning process, working together, training, executing, making some things happen. And we're going to do that. So you got to, at this point in time, if you're still wondering what financial freedom is to you, and you looking at your job, and I always ask people this question. This is something for you to think about. How long have you been working? Add up all the money you made and ask yourself, how much do you have today? So if you don't think what I got is going to work, then you got to ask yourself, is what you've been doing been working? How much money you got in savings? How much money you got invested in your kids' college fund? How much, if your job told you today, hey, we got to let you go, how your bills going to get paid? These are questions we got to ask ourselves. What if you get injured, sick? But we don't think that way. So if we start changing our thinking, if we cut the TV off sometime, if we cut the gossip out sometime, then we can really get ahead and we can put ourselves and position ourselves to where we're really walking in the destiny that we should be walking in, and not procrastinating and not sitting back and being slowful and going through our every day, because time go by, years go by, and we still in the same place. Okay. Now, why do you want to join Financial Freedom 2015? Why? Why would you want to be a part of this? Why would you want to even, say, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot, because what I've been doing, I'm doing okay, but I could be doing better. Or what I'm doing, man, I'm actually not doing as good as I should be doing. Well, first of all, it's free. It ain't costing you no money to do what we doing. Nothing. Okay, so it's free. That's number one. That should be like, you should be, if you from church, you should be cutting a step right now, because it's free. It don't cost you no money. Number two, it's simple. Now, I'm not going to say simple means easy, but it's simple meaning if you can follow instructions, then you can change your finances. Okay. Number three, it works. It's proven. We have proof. I can show you that not only myself, but many other people, that it actually works and people are benefiting from it. And number four, you can reach your goals faster. Am I saying that what I'm doing is the only way? No. What I'm saying is, if you follow what's put in place, you can reach your goals a whole lot sooner. So instead of you retiring at 65, you might can retire at 35 or 45 or 55, or sooner. You ain't got to be 65 years old. You ain't got to wait till you 59 and a half to tap into your 401 without getting tax penalty to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about planning and about looking at your future. Look at your statements. Look at where your money at. Look at what you've done so far and ask yourself, are you happy? If you want to stay and keep working, by all means do that. But if you want better for you and your family, then look at what we have to offer. That's all I'm saying. Try it. It's free. Okay? But it's free. We're going to keep this simple. Dreams don't work unless we work. Okay? And I like this here. My name is Consistency, and I'm related to success. We should hang out more than every once in a while. All right? Now, again, my question to everybody that watches my video, what are you waiting for? It's free to get started. Okay? Get back with the person that shared you this video as soon as possible. All right? Listen, I'm truly adamant about financial freedom. It's a passion of mine. I believe that we can live better, do better, and be better. So again, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been a blessing to you. And even if you don't participate, I ask that God bless you in all that you do. You take care and God bless. Amen.